Going live. You're live. Hello, YouTube. Merry Christmas in July, and welcome back to another live commentary. This is of one of the holiday classics of the 1990s. One of my favorite Christmas movies. The perfect movie to see during the month of July because it is Christmas in July, and it's on Disney Plus now, so you can stream it there. Home Alone, the original Home Alone, the classic, not that bastardized version we got last year. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Yeah. Hey, Spider-Man. Yes. Hi, John. Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are my favorite two Christmas movies. Yeah, I watch them every year, either on physical media or I watched them on Disney Plus because they restored the films. So let's get started. It's about a 90 minutes long, and it's a classic. 20th Century Fox. Yeah, they made this movie, not Disney. John Hughes. I miss him. Chris Columbus, he's a good director, and there's a lot of people in this movie that are no longer with us. Yeah. That music is amazing, by the way, by John Williams. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. Yeah, you're never gonna top those two. Says I saw this movie as a kid. I saw this when I was 6. My dad rented it on VHS, and we saw it all the time. Rest in peace, John Hurd and Robert Blossom. Catherine O'Hara, we still have her. It's good to see her. Angela Goethals, she's was it Meg Lenny? Yeah. There it is, the original Home Alone. Yes, I did see this in the theater. They re-released it in 2015. And I watched it in the theater, and I was laughing my ass off. I just turned 30 that year. Yep, I know who did the music. It's just a holiday classic. Even when I watch this as a comedy, not connecting it to Christmas, it's still very funny. Yeah, Roger Gosnell, the editor of these movies. And then he did Home Alone 3. Why? Because, I don't know. Yeah, an hour and 43 minutes. That's with the end credits. And there's no scene. There's no scene at the end. So it ends, and then I can stop the movie. This movie's a classic, man. I love this. There's Macaulay Culkin. He's in his 40s now. He just had a baby with Brenda Song. I know, one of my favorite Disney Channel stars. Oof. If I spoke to my mom like that when I was 8, I would or 9. Forget about it. I would have gotten beaten to a pulp. And John Hurt does look like my dad. He reminds me of my dad. My new fish hooks. And I did see Uncle Buck, which is Macaulay Culkin's film debut. I didn't see that as a kid. I saw that as an adult. It's a lot more edgy than this movie because even though it was a PG, it was pretty, intense. I mean, in that movie, John Candy, who has a cameo here, he threatens a guy. He's like, "I'm sorry." Yeah, Tracy doesn't come back in the second movie because she did that god awful movie with Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice. Yeah, no. Kevin Tough. This dialogue is just so memorable, man. I know it like this movie plays in my head every Christmas season or Christmas in July. And the second one too, because I have a soft spot for movies that take place in New York City. And at the time, this was the highest grossing comedy in for over 2 decades until The Hangover came out in 2009. Yeah, for over 2 decades, this was the highest grossing comedy worldwide, making over $900 million. I'm like, good God, that's a lot of money for 1990. Adjusting for inflation, that means this movie would have been $1 billion hit. Yeah, take that, Lightyear. This is the movie did it better, and it's a family film. They don't mention period blood. There's no gay agendas. I'm living alone. Hey, little Sims. And there's a lot of characters in this movie, but they balanced them really well. Yeah, there's Buzz, Devin Ratray. He has the same face. Like, even for 30 years later, he looks the same. He's just fatter. He's a good actor. Why would you waste him in that remake? It's a remake. It's not a sequel because there's no one from the original in that movie except for Buzz, who's a cop. Yeah, there's a picture of Michael Jordan. He was the biggest star in the NBA at that time. No. This is a really good movie, man. Yeah, and it's one of John Hughes' best films. I'm not a big Breakfast Club fan. I saw the movie once, but it doesn't hold up as well. Mainly because it's R-rated only for the drug use and the language. But I feel like it doesn't feel like an R-rated movie. It just doesn't. It's not violent. There's no sexuality in the movie, so it's like it feels like a PG movie that they just added an R to because planes, trains, and automobiles. It's only R because of the language, because there's no violence in that movie. It's like there's no blood or anything. It's just there's one scene where Steve Martin says a bunch of that qualifies an R-rated movie. I'm like, it doesn't feel very R. Deadpool feels R. Logan feels R. Die Hard feels R. Mummies, yeah. If this movie came out today, get a PG-13 for the violence, for the saw traps. Yeah, this is the pizza guy that hits the that's a recurring thing that the people the vans or the cars hit the statue. Who puts a statue outside of their house? That's in both movies, in this one and the second one. There's just traditions in this movie you're never gonna top on Disney Plus. Don't make another Home Alone movie. I mean it. Don't do it. Culkin is already over it. He's done it. He's been doing the same face for 30 years. What's for the slow mo's being so long? Well, I want to have time to breathe, little Sims. You're lucky I didn't put 300 seconds, or you'd be waiting 3 minutes to do it. Ah. This movie is a classic, yeah. I'm watching Batman Returns. Yeah, that's a Christmas movie. I'll do that one next time. I'll try to do it next week or the week after. That's a lot of pizza. I swear this guy looks just like Donald Gleason. You remember the guy from The Force Awakens that it's weird. Like some of these actors like other actors. Yeah, he does. And he has Tom Hardy's face. It's a lot of money for pizza because it's for over 15 people. Yeah, I love this movie so much. I know. Someone tried to break into my house last year. Some old guy, neighbor that we trusted. He got mad because we were washing clothes and the lint went outside the window and he was like, "How dare you?" And I'm like, first of all, that's not the reason to break into the house. No one should do that unless it's an emergency. You do not do that. You do not break into my home. I'll protect it. I don't care how old you are. Pepsi. That's Macaulay Culkin's brother, Kieran. He also has a brother named Rory. he just stuffed it down his throat. Yeah, product placement. Yeah, yeah. He had to literally show that can right in front of the camera. There's a lot of product placement in this movie, but it's not shoved in your face like a Michael Bay movie. Oh, that's disgusting. Spear again. Who leaves passports? Who leaves the passports on top of the table? You're supposed to leave that in like a drawer or something, or like a folder. I don't have a passport, but you know. Yeah, I forgot to see Batman Returns. I'll probably try to see it next week because after this, I have to wait all the way till November because it's a Christmas movie. What a classic! Yeah, it is a classic, and I saw this in the theater and the second one. But three, I skipped it. I did not see it in the theater. Without Macaulay Culkin, it was not the same, and he was retired for almost a decade until Party Monster, which I'm not gonna. I'm not doing a podcast for that. And you guys know why. The theme in it, and yes, I did see it. Are you doing a live commentary on the sequel? Not this month, though. I'm going to do the sequel in November, December. Because I have a lot of movies to get to. I still got three more Sharknado movies. I might do the second one maybe on the 31st. Maybe. That's a Sunday. I did the first Sharknado already. Sharknado 1, I already did it last year. So look on my channel, Little Sims. I've done the first three. I got 4, 5, and 6, the last one to do in August. Oh man! If I said that to my mother, I would get slapped right in the teeth. I am upstairs, dummy. And that's something you say to one of your siblings, not with your parents, because that is so disrespectful. But again, he's upset. I get it. He's so cute. And yes, I was a kid in 1990. I was 5. My brother was 7, and my sister wasn't even born yet. I don't want a new family. I don't want any family. Families suck. Oh my god. I love this movie so much, man. And this blew up into a phenomenon, just like A Christmas Story. It was that little Christmas movie that could, and people just quote this movie like there's no tomorrow. I love it so much. And they lock him upstairs in the attic. Like, well, no, not the attic. Close to the attic. There's a room up there, but it's like Harry Potter, where he's locked in a closet. Here, he's locked in an attic, where there's a bunch of like things. Yeah. I wish they would all just disappear. Yeah, it's like Thanos' snap. That half of the people disappear. Yes, Yelena got snapped away. She should have never came back. Honestly, she should have never came back, guys. I wish that snap was permanent because we didn't need her. We never needed some Binto playing a Russian that's trying to be the new Scarlett Johansson, who she's not. She doesn't even look like her. Oh, I love this. Every shot in this movie is just iconic. The trees, the Santa ornament, the wreath on the door, the Christmas tree at the end, the vans. Yeah, everything in this movie. Just there's some scenes I'm not a big fan of, like the scene in French when they're dubbing over "It's a Wonderful Life." I think that's just it sounds weird. I saw this film in theaters in 2015 when I saw the Fathom Events Classic Film Collector. That was what it was. It was re-restored in Blu-ray quality. It looked amazing, and people were laughing their asses off, especially in the third act with the traps. I just love it so much. I got to see it, so I was very happy. I wish they would do that with Star Wars. Release the original uncut versions with none of the CGI add-ons, and I will be happy. But Disney doesn't want that. They can make more money re-releasing Star Wars than ever doing any more of these god-awful prequels to start to Toy Story and all that. No, we don't want it. What's the most unfunniest Nickelodeon what show movie? You weren't specific enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, my sister went to France in the winter in January of 2020 before the pandemic messed everything up. This kid's cute. Can I have automatic transmission? Does it have 4-wheel drive? And yes, there's no appropriation in this movie, Josh. I know, I get it. It's an early '90s movie with a white cast. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? The black version of Home Alone? I don't need it. We get it. Black Lives Matter. We get the appropriation is a thing now. Don't do this. Do not do it. They did a black version of what was it called? Cheaper by the Dozen, and it failed because you're just doing the same thing but with people of color. It's not different. Casting people of color, it doesn't mean it's different. You got to do your own thing. The Wiz was a remake of Wizard of Oz, but it did its own thing. They had different songs and different actors, and they had different sets. It's not a copy, you know. I love Home Alone. I know, me too, Jay Shads. I've seen it every single year, nearly every single year, either on streaming or on DVD, and I've loved every second of it. This is Run, Rudolph, Run. Yeah, love this. Even the Christmas songs in this movie get me. This is why when you're traveling to another country, you got to get there early. You cannot leave like an hour before. That must have been a hard scene to do because they're running all through these extras that are in the airport. Rudolph, like a merry-go-round. That's the only black woman in the movie. She's got like two lines. But again, guys, 1990, Josh, this is before you were born. Half of you guys weren't born. Little Sim wasn't born. My friend Tevya wasn't born yet. Or it's Parker, or a lot of you guys. I was. I was a kid in 1990. I was a little boy. Very emotional, but I was a kid. I was a kid in 1990. Nickelodeon show. The unfunniest one. I don't know. It's been a while. Like School of Rock, I was not a big fan of that. I didn't even go past the pilot. The cast was cute, but it was not as funny as the movie. The School of Rock movie with Jack Black and Miranda Cosgrove and all these people. It was actually funny. The show was not. Yes, it is. It's an LGB movie. It is, and I saw it, so people can't say I'm homophobic. I saw that movie before the gay agenda thing was in everything. That's my problem. It's not that there gay people exist. I knew that back in the 2000s. My problem is it's in everything now. It's in kids' movies. It's in freaking adult shows. It's in cartoons. It's in commercials. It's in Lifetime movies, Hallmark movies. It's in everything. You don't need to put. You don't have to put a rainbow over everything, guys. Some people will not accept that. What's next? We're going to have a gay president? No, it's not going to happen because the country will be corrupted as it is. Yeah, it is of LGB, and I can't watch it now because Macaulay Culkin and Seth Green are not gay. They're good actors, but the subject matter is just too much for me because it's in everything. That movie came out in 2003 when I was 18. I was in high school. I didn't get to see it. I didn't even know about it. American Airlines. Because does it have to be in a kids movie? No. They're trying to force this agenda onto kids. Hmm. And he's all by himself. No, I was not left alone when I was a kid. When I was a young kid in the 80s and the early 90s, no, I always had someone take care of me. Either my parents, my aunts or uncles, or some guardian. Buzz, there's the tarantula. This is kind of like the Infinity War Endgame, where the family just disappears. Well, we know why they disappeared here, but there's a poster of Ice T, and this is when he was a rapper, not an actor yet. Yeah, the basement. Is this a joke? You saw there was a Halloween decoration. There was a jack o' lantern pump bucket. Yeah, that looks like my basement. There's a Arm and Hammer baking soda. Do you have slow mo on the way too long? No, it's just slow. You have to wait, little Sims. You can't comment every 2 seconds. There's the furnace. Yeah, yeah. And it was a shame what happened to him. That he got into drugs and he was losing a lot of weight. But he's okay now. He's recovered. See, you can do it, guys. You don't need 12 step. Just stop. Just get help. Ezra Miller, you need help. I don't want you killing somebody and ending up in prison the rest of your life. You're gonna get gang raped there. I'm telling you, the prison is not a freaking is not a circus. It's horrible. I never been there because I don't want to be there. I like my freedom. I'm gonna feed you my tarantula. He does the Rock's eyebrow. Look what you did. I made my family disappear. So iconic, yeah. No, I never ate popcorn on the bed and jumped on the bed. No, not when I was a kid. And I didn't eat microwavable popcorn until the mid to late 90s. This is when you're on the sugar and the fun begins, yeah. Ah! Yep. Man, cocaine is a hell of a drug. I always wanted to say that. A Playboy magazine, they don't show anything because it's a PG movie. You can't even show a leg in that. Yeah. Again, that was 1990, guys. Oh, firecrackers. Crunchy Gators. Do they still sell those? I don't think they do anymore. I don't. I've never even heard of it. That's a man. Are still wait? Are you still seeing Flash despite Ezra Miller being crazy as hell? Yeah, it's coming out next year, and I'm ready to see it. Regardless, the movie was finished, so I just want to see what they did. My battery's full. Yeah, take that. That's a BB gun, by the way. What a mess. Ooh. You saw a VHS tape, Bruce Springsteen, and there's a Godzilla toy on top of the VCR. Yes, I see it. I was expecting you to say that Henry Danger was the most. I haven't seen. I've seen one episode, Little Sam. That's it. One, not 45. It's me, Sticks. There's another Pepsi can. Crunchy Gators. Let me see if they still sell those. I don't think they do anymore. I've never heard of those. Crunchy Gators. rubbish. Not taters yet. No, taters. Okay, now I thought it was crunchy gators. I tell you what, we're gonna give you. Let me see here. No, they don't sell them anymore. They only sold them in the mid '90s. They stopped. They discontinued them. I guess they weren't that popular like Doritos or Rolling Gold pretzels or Wise chips. That's nothing, Kevin. They don't even show any blood. There's not a drop of blood because it's black and white. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Pause. Doesn't it take like 10 hours to get to Paris? Yeah, I think so. They live in Chicago, so yeah, I think it's about almost a day of flying. I couldn't handle that. I think the most I could be in the air is like maybe 8 to 10 hours because I've been 11 hours on a train, and it was like, good God, that was too long. And that was when I was 8, so yeah, I could never do that because I can't even be in a car for 3 hours because I get sick. I get car sick. Yeah, they don't sell crunchy taters anymore. They probably didn't catch on. They still sell Pepsi to this day. They still sell those toothbrushes, the ice cream, I think, or whatever, the mac and cheese. They still sell those. Okay. Kevin, yeah. And this is the Fun Family Edition. This has the special features. This has a great commentary from Macaulay Culkin and Chris Columbus, which is great because it said how much people loved this kid, when he was a kid, and how happy he made them, and for every holiday season. And there's some featurettes. There's exclusive deleted scenes. There's a lot of stuff here, so that's why I'm never getting rid of this because these features are not on Disney Plus. Home Alone 4 was more of a reboot, but it was awful. You had a kid that looks nothing like Kevin who can't act, and it's so cheap and so unfunny. Horrible. I know. The last movie was horrible. I couldn't even sit through it. I saw the trailer and I saw that little fat turd from Jojo Rabbit. I'm like, why did you cast him? Really? Fat British Josh Gad with glasses. That has nothing to do with the conversation. And introducing the villains of our picture, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. Yep. Harry and Marv. No offense, but the slow mode is starting to get annoying. Why? Do you want to make a comment every 2 seconds? I'm sorry, Little Sims. You have to wait. I can't answer a question or look at the chat every 2 seconds. Right now. Now. 671. Now. These two are so talented, man. And I've seen them in other stuff, and they made me laugh. Like Daniel Stern, I haven't seen Bushwhacked all the way through, but it was funny. And there's a Christmas movie he did with what's his name? From the guy from Honey I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, he cracked me up. But Matt Frewer, oh my God, I was laughing my ass off. And I like Dilbert. He did voice acting in Dilbert, Daniel Stern. Yeah, I have a crowbar. The Grinch. Your heart's a red tomato, Mr. Grinch. If you don't want me to do the slow mode, I'll stop it. But still, I don't want to get a thing every 2 seconds, especially when my long podcasts that are over 2 hours long. There's a reason this movie gets re-released a lot because it is a classic. It's like Elf and Home Alone 2 and Die Hard. Yeah. And I like the unconventional Christmas movie where it could be different. Her Joe Pesci actually bit. Yeah, he bit his finger during filming. It was an accident. His thumb, his finger, scar on his finger for the rest of his life. Well, my brother scarred, so you could barely see it though. I could barely see it. Yes, she should have let Shake It Up. That bed is so clean for Kevin jumping on it and having all the popcorn around. The popcorn's under the bed, so good. That's a good, good notice of detail right there. Yeah, this is the French part. Bienvenue à Paris, Paris International Airport. That's what I can spell it out. Or you Canadian subscribers of mine, and also for people that live in France that watch me. And by the way, back in 1990, nobody had cell phones back then. That's why if Kevin had a cell phone, this movie would have been over already. He's gonna said, "I'm at home alone. You come and get me." And that's a long distance call because they're all the way in another country. So this is ridiculous. Only a wimp would be hiding under the bed. I can't be a wimp. I'm a man in the house. Well, he was a kid here. He wasn't a man until like after the third one came out. And you see that little red bow there. I notice that every time I see this movie, there's a lot of details. I know, you said it. Dun, 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 dun. It's like he's screaming like a ghost. Decaf next time, Kevin. Oh man, this movie cracks me up, man. And I saw this in the theater. It was packed. It was November, first week of November on a Sunday, and people were laughing their asses off. I'm telling you, they were laughing like if it was 1990, it was a time capsule of that year. This is the cop scene where he's eating the donut. No. Oh, that's gross. You want us to go to your house just to check on him. Why did you say that Ninja Turtles meeting dinners is dumb? Because it's not going to happen. The new cartoon is animated, hand drawn, not CGI, so it wouldn't fit. The two animations wouldn't hold together. Pick up. Yeah, that's why the new movie didn't work, because that fat kid, if he uses a cell, he would have said, "Hey, mom and dad," or I don't even think he has a dad in the movie because they never show him. He would have said, "Mom, the burglars are breaking into our house," and I'm like, "Yeah," and there we go. The movie's over. Or if you have the internet, which was not a thing in 1990, you had computers, but there was no internet yet. Now with social media, you can find somebody anywhere. Literally, you can track them. Why do you think they have locations on Facebook? I don't tell people where I go because I don't want to get stalked. You know, never let ever someone that you don't know where you are. It's scary. Ay, excuse me. French girl. Bells will be ringing. I would be so bored being at an airport without my technology. Oh man, I miss you, John Hurd, so much, so much. Dan, 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 dan. So this is when he this is the iconic face that he does up his hair, even though he didn't have a. Hmm. Yeah, I don't spray things under my armpits. I use deodorant. Yeah, again, that burns. I've put aftershave on my face as an adult, and it stings, especially when you have a lot of facial hair like I do. I'm talking about the 2012 cartoon. That's over. They're not going to do that again. They're doing that Rise of the Ninja Turtles, and then next year, Seth Rogen's producing one. Yeah, kids, don't try this at home. Do not climb on your shelves because you're going to destroy them with your weight. You're going to lose. Trust me on that one. Oh my god, he just right through it. That was a good stunt, by the way. No, there's no CGI in this movie at all. Even the second one doesn't have it. Right, Buzz's life savings. Yeah, he just stole some money, but it's in the house, so it's not like he stole it from one of his parents. Hey, I've taken a lot of quarters from my dad, but it's not stealing if it's in the house. Plus, I need stuff. The summer is halfway through, and we have a lot of movies to go get to in the summer on streaming and in the theaters. Uncharted, I'm going to see that later and watch it on Netflix because I've been waiting so long. Even this coat is iconic, man. So he's wearing a scuba mask inside the house. Marv. And the number is 654-876. They're gone. It's a kaleidoscope. That is a nice shot. Yeah. And this film feels like an early 90s film, just like Die Hard 2 and Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah. You saw the snowflakes, those are beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful decorations in this movie. me see here. How come crossover comments are repetitive? Because you guys keep mentioning it. He's like, huh? Yeah, I'll just check that. I won't put the slow mode if it's going to bother you in every podcast. It's just I don't want to get a comment every 2 seconds. Da-da-da. He's scared to death. Hey! Yeah, that's what Winona Ryder did in 2002. And now she has one of the biggest career resurgence in history, right along with Robert Downey Jr. She went from stealing stuff to being in Stranger Things. That's a huge accomplishment for her. So suck it, Millie Bobby Brown. I'm a boy. No, you're not. Get out of here. You shave your head like me, and you think you're a boy? Yeah. And no, I don't want to hear that 11 is a non-binary because that's stupid. You should treat your female characters like female characters. I don't know if she's an alien or what. And they haven't explained it because I haven't seen the show. But man, you took a girl and you shaved her head and made her look like a boy. Yeah, that's not for me, guys. Natalie Portman never had to do that as a kid. She did that once in V for Vendetta, but there's a reason for it. I'm gonna see it sometime. I'm criminal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, leaving the water running, that's a waste of water, and it's dangerous because you could flood the entire house. It's so hot today. It's almost 90. You saw he took a VCR with him. Here's the thing. You would think that they would take this stuff and hide it and just, just sell it or something. You want to leave their mark? We're the wet bandits. Yeah. Have you seen The Wiggles? No. Watch it. Yeah, they almost committed vehicular manslaughter in a kids movie. Yeah, there's a family film, and you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, that gold tooth. Is Thor: Love and Thunder better than Henry Danger? Oh, definitely. I laughed my ass off in the theater. Some people are just disappointed it wasn't, better than the last one, but it was fun. People are just upset because they're butthurt because they think Marvel can do better. I'm like, they have, and they're not going to do better than the first 3 phases. That's why I'm just taking what I can get, guys. She-Hulk, I am not expecting WandaVision. I'm just expecting something better than Moon Knight. You just have to be, this is the scale for me. Be better than Moon Knight and don't suck like freaking Eternals. If you're like that, I will give you the pass because Eternals bored me to death, guys. Thor was short and sweet, and I love Natalie Portman in it. So what's there to complain about? People just want things to be perfect, and nothing is. So just shut up about it. This movie's not perfect, but I love this Christmas movie so much. Mm-hmm. So good, man. The scene in the church, I think, could have been a little bit shorter in the third act. Because it could have been in any conversation. I just don't want to see insignias in these Christmas movies. Plus, it's a Catholic church, and I don't go to those anymore. I used to donate blood there. I don't anymore. Mainly because it's just a preference of mine. I have to see insignias every day, so I don't want to see it, while blood is getting drained from my right arm. He's hiding in the display. He hid as one of the shepherds. Yeah. Or Jedi. Plus, I don't like statues either. Like idols. No. We get it, a nativity scene. We can have that in a movie, but don't shove it in my face, Dun, 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 dun. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple try. It's like, what the Yeah, because it's like, how did they come back so fast? From Paris. You put mannequins. That's genius. See, no CGI, James Cameron. He just mechanical, mannequins. And there's Michael Jordan, man. I love watching Space Jam in the theater again, man. It made me feel like a kid again. And even though LeBron isn't Michael Jordan, it still made me smile. Get a sentimental feeling. I should wear my Christmas hat. Yeah, I think I should. Damn it, it's the season. Yeah, I'll wear my hat. Movie's almost halfway done. I had to do it, guys, just once at least. I love this movie so much. Let me mute this part. This is the French scene where they dub over the "It's a Wonderful Life." Is the scene where he's telling Mr. Potter, "No, I'm not going to sell out." It's a great scene, but man, when it's dubbed over, it just sounds like shit. I'm sorry. Some movies should not be dubbed over because they're like Jace Norman or Chris Hemsworth every day. That's a beautiful tree, by the way. That silver tree. That does not look like a French apartment. I can't have shrimp anymore. This is a very nice scene. This is they have a nice view of the Eiffel Tower. It feels like Christmas already. No, for 3 reasons. A, I'm not that lucky. 2, we have smoke detectors. And 3, we live in the most boring street in the United States of America. Hell yeah. Remotely dangerous. Will ever happen. Period. I love this dialogue, man. I miss John Hughes so much. When he died, it's like comedy really took it in the ass because now every joke now is a woke joke. It's a racial joke. It's a sex joke. It's a dirty freaking toilet humor. It's the same freaking thing, guys. This didn't have to resort to that every 2 seconds. And they don't say the F word every 2 seconds. That's not funny, guys. I get it. If it's an R-rated comedy, you don't have to say fuck every 2 seconds. And I actually thought Little Nero's was a real place. No, it's Little Caesars. What money? Well, you have to pay for your pizza, sir. $12. So he gets 20 cents tip. Hey, I'm going to give you to the town of 10 to get your ugly, yellow Google keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. He does it again to Marv later in the film, in the daytime. They always scare the pizza guy in this movie and in Men at Work with Charlie Sheen and with Emilio Estevez, where the poor pizza guy, played by the guy that plays Chainsaw in Summer School, he gets the hell beat out of him. I feel so sorry for him, man. Ah, a lovely cheese pizza just for me. How did you see classic films? Did you see classic films? Comment which one. Can you tone it down? Yeah, with the yeah. Don't talk about Henry Danger anymore. I don't watch it. I'm not. It's not meant for me. It's a kids show. Danger Force. I don't watch that either. So don't ask. Such an iconic movie. There's Johnny Carson. Yeah, rest in peace, man. There's this picture of his family. He gets to sleep in a big bed. Yeah. He forgot to shut the TV off. Yeah. Always shut the TV off before you go to bed, guys. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Snow. Ah! Of a white. Yeah, what's next? I'm dreaming of a black Christmas. Get over it, guys. Plus, that's a very horror. That movie is very violent and very mean spirited. The original Black Christmas, a 2006 remake, and then a god awful feminized version in 2019. There's Milk, yeah. And by the way, that was not Bing Crosby's version of White Christmas. Yeah, there's Tropicana, Tide, a lot of product placement, Kraft mac and cheese, but he's in a supermarket. It makes sense. There's that pizza. Oh, wait, is that pizza? That's no. There's a TV dinner. There's there's a Wonder Bread. And remember when you could go to a supermarket without a mask? Yeah, I miss those days. Army Men. I used to play with those when I was a kid. Toy Story, a good soldier never leaves a man behind. I just miss that. I miss the good old days. When Disney movies were for kids, not let's force agendas into a kids movie because that's how the world is now. I don't care how the world is now. You made a shitty Home Alone movie that was not even close to this one. Since Lady Hulk is getting a Disney, it's She Hulk, not Lady Hulk. So, do you think the Lady Thor will get one? I wish because they shouldn't have done what they did with her at the end. Because I love Natalie Portman, and this is the second franchise I've seen her exit in a big way, and I'm like, yeah, I can't tell you that because you're a stranger. Remember those plastic bags? Yeah, they don't have those anymore. Now they're eco-friendly. Oh, I hate it when that happens. When your groceries goes right to the floor to the bottom. There's the Tide, liquid Tide. Yeah, I do the laundry, and I'm an adult. So, as a kid, no, I never did the laundry in the '80s or the early '90s. I didn't know we didn't have a washing machine until like the mid '90s, early 2000s. Yeah. The radiator can talk. Yeah. OK plumbing and heating. Last night the place was jumping. Now. Oh my god. And they gave these villains personality. Yeah, they give them personality. Nowadays, villains have to be boring. They're played by foreigners, or they're yelling all the time. They're not. Bale was a good villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. I thought he was scary, just like the Riddler in the Batman. He scared the hell out of me. I was like, these are his shoes. Get the hell out of here. I had to put the headphones because this movie has a lot of copyrighted music. So we're about an hour in. We're almost done. Snakes. I love this movie so much. And the second one, yes. I'm going to try to do the second one if I can, but not this weekend. Probably in a week or two. Two. You saw those Christmas cups, mugs? Yeah, with the reindeer on it. I'm having a ball, man. He knocked it to the garbage. Yeah, I've been there. You know, if he had a gun, the whole neighborhood would have heard that. He just blasts the TV and nobody hears that. None of the neighbors. Does Kevin even have neighbors in this movie? I noticed that. Yeah. I don't know. Snakes? Snakes, snakes. I don't know no snakes. That's great. Yeah. And after this, Joe Pesci did the Lethal Weapon sequels. He did 2, 3, and 4. Of course, he did 2, I think, before this in '89. But yeah. Yeah. Leo Getz. Yeah, I love that character. Don't tell me what's happened to her. I don't want to spoil. No, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to just say just wait until the movie comes out on Disney Plus. But like I said before, Natalie Portman needs another franchise. She's such a talent. Tessa Thompson's still in Thor, so I'll give you that. Valkyrie, they used her, so I'll give her that. The What she does in the middle of the film when she meets Zeus, it's weird. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a Marvel movie. I was like, women don't do that. Guys do that. When guys do it, it's romantic. When women do it, it's weird. And I will not blame the actress. I'm blaming Disney because they're the ones that their input goes into all of these Marvel movies. Paris, Scranton. There's John Candy. I miss you a lot, man. It's a great movie, man. I just love it so much, man. It holds up so well. A plot like this will not work in 2022 because a cell phone or the internet would solve your problem in 30 minutes. There he is, John Candy, man. Corey Baxter in a house. Corey, not Corit. Oh man, John Candy would always bring a smile on my face. Every movie I've seen him in, Spaceballs, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors. He was just such a good actor, man. So funny, so human. Kiss Me, Polka Twist. It's a good cameo too. It's an extended cameo because he didn't have enough time to be in the whole film. See, it's just people talking. It's not improvising like Melissa McCarthy does in every Home Alone 3 wasn't the same without. You're right, Little Sims. It was not the same. It didn't have the heart of the original or the sequel. Chicago. This is getting me teary eyed again. I'm like, and this is not the Jetsons movie, but it came out the same year. But I just miss some of these actors. I really do, man. And Macaulay Culkin, I would love to see him in the MCU. You could make him play a weird alien or something. I would love that. I don't know how Josh feels about that, but man, he's such a good actor, so funny and so human. Like I've seen him in these YouTube videos he did with the Red Letter Media. He's so fun to watch. Watching that god awful Home Alone 4, him laughing at, and look what they did to my character. He cut a tree. He's not a kindergartner. He's in the second grade. In 1990, I was in elementary school. I graduated in 91 before my sister was born. Man, I was waiting for her. I was the one person that was, every time I would touch my mom's belly, I'm like, when's she coming home? When's she coming into this world? I didn't know it took 9 months because I was a kid. But man, I love that I have a sister so much. Yeah, that's a scary image. Him looking at the ornament and he sees the face. He did that tree all by himself too. He says the title of the movie. He lives here. Well, if the kids here, parents gotta be. He's home alone. Yep. Does the Cory in the House theme song give you a migraine? Yeah. Cory in the House. It was so bad. Raven, at least I remember that one. Ever since Eyes in the House, I wanted it. You're afraid of dark too, Mark. Yeah, and 9 o'clock, even, and no matter where you are in the world, it's always nighttime at 9 p.m. Because in the winter, it gets dark at like 5 p.m., like 4 or 5. In the summer, it's like 8 o'clock. It's a clarinet. Even that budget van is so iconic in this movie. That's a nice Santa house. It's a beautiful film. Like it looks like a movie. I miss kids' movies that looked like films and not a video game or a cartoon that's not a cartoon, or it looks like a bad trip. Green shoes, yeah, they're cute. Yeah, you saw he couldn't smoke in front of the kid. Yeah, this is in the '90s when they used to smoke in kids' movies. Now they can't. A PG movie, they can't even drink in a PG movie anymore. Me too. And I saw Santa last year at the outside of my the park because I wanted to take a picture with him. The war loving Thor. Wait, the loving thunder. Little Sims, you have to spell things right because I don't know what you're saying. Starts with the MCU with the guitar during the logo. The war, you mean? Yeah. It's a great. Yeah, I love the "Welcome to the Jungle" song. The soundtrack kicked ass in Thor: Love and Thunder. It really did, because basically Watiti wanted to do a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with Thor in it and with the Guardians in a cameo. It's not a spoiler. There is a cameo. They easily could have cut the Guardians out of the film. It would not make a difference to me, but it was fun to see them again after Endgame. Because that was green Tic Tacs. Yeah. Because, the movie had such a great thing. But the thing is, not every movie needs to look like a video game. Get that cover photo. It's a beautiful score from John Williams, man. I hear that score and I feel the Christmas spirit every time I do it. Yeah. This is the scene in the church, which is a little bit too long. John Williams is my favorite composer from Star Wars, yeah, Indiana Jones, Jaws, Superman. That man is the music of my life, pretty much. In nearly 90% of the movies I saw as a kid and as an adult. Even Harry Potter had great scores. The it's just amazing. I love his music, and I also love Alan Silvestri, Danny Elfman, James Howard, Christopher. What was his name? Not Christopher Russell. Christopher Young, I think it is. Yeah, this is the choir. They're wearing red and yellow. What are you, Hulk Hogan fans? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because there didn't need to be a Catholic scene in the Daredevil movie. I'm sorry, that was just really not needed at all. You could have cut that completely out. He's a superhero. I think he can redeem himself later. They do. They redeem themselves with actions, not with words. Yeah, the statues are a bit much. I do like the stained glass windows here. I'll say that, even though this is a set, it's beautiful. But I'm like, some people take the cross imagery and they take it too far. You don't have to wear a cross around your neck, guys. We get it, okay? We get it. It's an insignia. I don't want to see it. When I'm getting buying groceries, I don't want to see that around someone's neck. It's idolatry. Sorry, but no, he's gonna kill me. Yeah, inside of a church. Yeah, last time there was a fight scene in a church was Daredevil, the 2003. Yes, I'm doing that movie as well in August. I'm gonna do the director's cut. But I'm gonna say that scene in the church was dumb. I heard going to. It is. Huh? I heard Corey in the House was a piece of shit. It is. It's bad. It's a bad show. It's nothing like that. So Raven, is that so? Sweet Life of Hannah Montana a heck of a lot better than Raven? Yes, because I love those shows. I loved Raven, Hannah, and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and they merged really well, even though they don't get together until the end. Because Hannah was a cameo. It was mostly just Sweet Life and Raven together. No. Yeah, really? Like in Spider-Man 3 when Topher Grace was like he literally wants to get a hit on Peter Parker. I was like, I want you to kill Peter Parker. That's a laughable scene. Even 15 years later, I'm like, that made me cringe in the theater because I'm like, he just crying like a bitch, and he's like, I want you to kill Peter Parker. Eddie Brock would not do that in the comics. He would just go after Peter. Because in the cartoon, he didn't do that. Because again, the cartoon, when Peter gets the Venom symbiote off of him in the 90s cartoon, they didn't have to do the, oh, God, I want you to do a hit for me. I'm like, yeah, that's dumb. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is his backstory. I don't know. You could be a little old for a lot of things. Never to be afraid. Yeah, Riddler scared the hell out of me, and I'm in my 30s. Mm-hmm. Should come back. Well, it's not going to come back because the voice of Beast Boy is still doing that stupid Teen Titans Go, which I think should have ended years ago. To be honest. I wish my grandparents did that. Ding dong, ding dong. They also sing that song in the Santa Claus. Now I'm not doing that one until at least November, December. So he has a bandage on his head. Yeah, the church scene I think is a little bit too long. I think they should have just gone right into the church and just talked. And not the far shot is nice, but Kevin slowly walking into the church. I'm like, it's a little bit of padding. Now we're getting to the third act, the traps. One of my favorite part. Why this movie is so iconic. After the first two acts are set up, and then the third act is the payoff, and it pays off really well. There's that iconic, you know, Home Alone trap building music. And he walked here. He didn't have a car because if this was Kevin like in his 30s or 40s, he would be driving. At least they didn't do something unrealistic like that because it's a kids movie. You're not going to let a kid drive. And Chris Columbus can direct kids because he worked with Macaulay Culkin twice, and he also worked with the kids from Harry Potter in the first two movies. So the guy knows what he's doing. Yep. This is my house. I have to defend it. Yeah. And there it is. Battle plan. Yep. There's the toys. Yeah. On the floor. The water on the steps. Micro machines. Yeah. There's the barbecue. That you metal barbecue thing. Dun, 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 dun. More water on the steps. Dun, dun. Tar with a nail on the thing. Yeah. And they said that he was Jigsaw. No, these are traps for people that deserve it, not innocent people that they're trying to like put in a torture chamber. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this music is just so uplifting, man. There's the ornament on the ground. I thought you thought Teen Titans Go was funny. When it started, it kind of was. Now it's old, guys. The last thing they did that was funny was the crossover with DC Superhero Girls. Why do people consider Cory in the House an anime? It's not an anime. It's a cart. They act like a cartoon in it. And he did all of this in 3 hours or 2 hours. I think it was in the church at like 7 o'clock. Yeah, I just love this. This cracked me up. This is when people were laughing out loud. No, kids are not stupid. Kids know what they want. When I saw Space Jam: A New Legacy, they clapped at the end. They clapped before the movie was over. That's when you know you got an audience. Yeah, that movie, that movie that everybody hated last year, got almost a standing ovation by a bunch of kids because they love the Looney Tunes just like I do. That's why I love that movie, despite its flaws and how crazy it is. Kids were clapping and said 1 week later, applause, applause, applause. Movie ends, applause, applause, applause. That's those kids are not stupid. They know exactly what they wanted, and they got to see iconic characters, even recent cartoons like Rick and Morty, in a kids movie, and it worked really well. And it was I had fun in the theater. I had a ball a few days ago. And that you're all alone. Yeah, he's not stupid. Oh no. Right in the nutsack. Richard, Richard, Richard. He can't curse. He can't curse. It's a PG movie from 1990. He can't say the F word. It's like Richard, Richard, Richard. Yeah. Yeah, this is when he hits him right on the head. If this was a shotgun, he'd be dead, but he's not going to kill. Ow! Oh my god. Yes, it's slapstick, but I love it. I love it in this and in the second movie. That's the only good part of Home Alone 3, the plot, the traps at the end. And there's four of them, and this one is only two. It's good to have less is more. Chris Columbus knew two villains were enough. You didn't need four. But oh my god, I love this movie. These are the scenes that just crack me up, man. When I was a kid, because I loved the cartoons like the Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny, and also even Tom and Jerry. I enjoyed the cartoons and the Three Stooges. Yeah, they made me laugh so much. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, and no broken bones. Yes, I fell down the stairs once. It hurt. Yeah, and slipping on ice, it hurts like a mother. Trust me on that one. I live in the Northeast where it always snows or it's always freaking cold, and slipping on ice hurts a lot, even if it's just like slush. Whoa! Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! Ouch! You saw he froze the steps are completely frozen. He does break into the house, yeah. And the family doesn't notice that there's a mess in the house. There's broken. things all over the place. Yeah, he would not be able to clean the house in one day. I don't believe that. But it's a movie. You know, you got to suspend disbelief sometimes. Because how they're going to explain that hole in the door and in the basement door? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. This is fun, man. I wanted to see a good Christmas movie. I saw so many bad ones this month so far. Some bad ones are just average. I saw a couple of good ones on Hallmark, but I wanted to see something funny. Yeah, that hurts. An Iron Man. Oh my god. Yeah, and if this was real, these guys would have been dead. Like either one or two things would have killed them. The gunshot wouldn't have hit him on the head; it would have blew his freaking head off. But that would have been an R-rated movie. Not this time. Yeah. Watch. The M on his hand, yeah. Or Spider-Man: No Way Home. What do you think? Oh. It's a good special makeup effect. He's got an M on his hand, and it's red. Oh my god! He got third-degree burns. And the traps are one after the other. You don't have to wait 5 minutes for them. In the third one, it was a little bit too slow. And some of the traps are cold water. Yeah, that's not a good trap. Ouch! And what? Watch out! Rip his head off. Oh my god! That's not the basement door. That's the back door, right? Yeah. I love the flamethrower. I thought this was scary, even as a kid. Oh man, such iconic, traps in the movie. Some of them don't even hurt, like the feathers. It's just dumb, but it's so funny, man. Whoop! Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, they really walked on the snow. That's real snow. Or, Hollywood snow. Harry, I'm coming in. To the window. He should have jumped into the window. He would have at least hit the tree and not. Oh no, I'm really scared. We're gonna get yous. That doesn't hurt. That's just glue. It's just feathers. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not like the feathers are booby trapped. He just shoots feathers in his face. He can't just walk through it. Yeah, this hurts. Yeah, I've stepped on glass. It hurts like a mother, man. Oh! Ouch! Ooh, look. Ooh, and that's candy. That's not really glass because it would have made his feet bleed. Why the hell are you dressed like a chicken? Whoa! Ouch! You're thirsty for more. Why didn't you care about the chat during Star Wars: The Last Jedi podcast? I didn't do The Last Jedi. I did Return of the Jedi, not the Last Jedi. I've never done that, Little Sims. Again, spell check. Oh, let me eat some luncheon now. I'll kill him. I burned him in more than one. Yeah, he was going to castrate him. And no, I'm not going to say what that is. Got him. Yeah. The spider wasn't meant to be a trap. It was just you had to be resourceful. And this scream is dubbed, but it's hilarious. Watch. Dude, it is just a spider. It's like in the theater, you're gonna hear people all the way in the back row laughing. It's so iconic, man, but it's dubbed over. Going, that would have been enough, but he has to scream at the top of his lungs. I found a nice watch at Home Alone. Thanks, Electric Dino 75. I'm laughing my ass off, and it's not even December yet. Ah! Suck it. He says, suck it. Suck it. Kylo Ren, he hit him with a thing, yeah. It's a good stunt. It's not Macaulay Culkin, it's a stunt double. Don't show his face. Yeah, because property damage. The treehouse, they don't even use a treehouse in the rest of the film, so you get In the Heights looks worse than Elvis? No. If he had a cell phone. Yeah, it says what was it? But what was the reason? How about you not caring about the chat in your Return of the Jedi podcast? Because it's about the movie, and then we're talking about other things. Stay on topic. Return of the Jedi, not Last Jedi. I've never reviewed it because I've never seen it. I've seen Force Awakens, which I hated, Rogue One, which I was bored with, and Solo, which was such a mess. And I've never done podcasts for them. You can see that on my channel. Done the originals and the prequels. That's all I need to do. Go back! You could have dropped, right? Now they play Tarzan. Oh, a brick wall, just like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. They should have gotten up from that, but we're almost done. Yeah, I just had a ball doing this. And plus, it was under 2 hours, which is nice. Because, The Fugitive was way too long. I enjoy it, but it's just too long. Excuse me. He's still walking with his bare feet. Should have wore some sandals or something. Oof. So the basement is flooded. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hiya, pal. What are you, Scorpion? Get over here! Yeah. And then the old man. Yeah, this is plot convenience, but never go into an old man's house. Yeah, this is when he bit his finger, his middle finger, I think it was. Ouch. Home run. Man, what strength for an old man. Whoa. No, Elvis is worse than In the Heights because it's much longer. It's 2.5 hours. What do you mean stunt double, not stunt devil? See again, little Sim. Are you dyslexic or something? You don't know how to spell things? Double, not devil. Stunt double. Maybe you heard me wrong. Double, because that was not Macaulay Culkin. They couldn't endanger him in the movie when he was like 10 or something, or 9. When I asked you yesterday if Elvis looked worse than In the Heights, you said no. So what I wanted to assume is that you think that In the Heights looks better. Yeah, because it's shorter. At least there's no appropriation in that movie. I'm not going to see it, but no, this makes me feel so much joy. His eye is busted. It said, "Don't worry. In 2 more years, we'll be back in New York City this time." And I love that movie so much. No matter what anybody says, it's not the same movie. It does different things in it. We get to see more of New York City than Chicago here. Being star upon the highest bar, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Oh, my parents do that to me as an adult, so yeah. I think I'm losing weight because my face is getting smaller, which is good because I don't want to be 200. I want to lose a lot of weight this year. I don't want to be 210 pounds. Ooh. So if I tear up, I'm okay, guys. I can handle it. Hmm. Yeah, I am resilient because I've been through a lot. What do you hate about Katy Perry? I don't like her singing. That's a beautiful shot with snow. That's John Candy's last scene. Yeah. Rest in peace, John Candy. I miss you a lot, man. The second movie had other cameos as well, but Trump was in the second one, which I'll get to. Uh, such an iconic movie, and I watch it every year, and I feel so much joy watching it. Even after the traps are done, I'm just that beautiful snow falling and the tree and everything. Yeah, whose face makes you cringe more, Emily Blunt's face or Richard Madden? Well, Blunt because I've seen her in more. Richard Madden, I've only seen him in one movie, and I'll never watch him in a movie again in the theater. I promise you. He's so boring. He's just boring. He's not horrible. He's just dull. He's like Sebastian Stan if he had no personality, and that's impossible. Because even as the Winter Soldier, he has more emotion in his eyes than Madden has in his whole face. This movie has a lot of heart, man. It gets you in the feels. Did you just cough up a spit? Yeah, I have a phlegm, guys. I'm sorry, but you know, I love this movie so much, man. It's got a lot of heart. This and the second one. It's not the Kevin I knew. I never heard that line before. I've seen this movie so many times since I was a kid. So there's a gold tooth. You could sell it. Get some money for it. I love this movie so much, man. And that was Home Alone. I love this movie so much, man. It's heartfelt. It just makes you, it gets you in the feels. It doesn't make me cry as much as the Jetsons movie, but damn, man, Williams' score just I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. I love that score so much. You said months ago Richard Madden is horrible. He is horrible. I just it's just he's boring. That was the thing. But I don't want to talk about it. I love Home Alone. I love the sequel. It's too bad. I wish it was just two films. It didn't need to have to spawn 6 films. But man, I love this movie so much. It's just it gets some emotion out of me, just like the ending of Thor: Love and Thunder, because it's so heartfelt. When you feel something human, you feel it. Eternals, I was just bored throughout most of it. So that was Home Alone. I'll get to the sequel. I'll try to get to the sequel sometime this month. Still iconic. Still a loving Christmas movie with a lot of heart, laughs, and a good story. You know, it clicked with me since a kid. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.